What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets!
Sometimes nostalgia knows no bounds, and no matter how long my backlog gets, there are some games that I can't help but revisit. These particular games kept me company through the good times and the bad, and they will always hold a special place in my heart. These are the games that made me the gamer I am today. These are the games that made me.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture.
What can I say about Bioshock that hasn't already been said? The recent release of the System Shock remake has got me thinking about Bioshock all over again. The game came into my life when I was in high school. I saved up enough money over the course of a couple of years to buy a PS3, and while I was trying to save up enough allowance to buy a game, all I could do was play the demos that were available. That's when I first got to play Bioshock. I heard about it from friends at school, but never really paid it much mind since I didn't have a means to play it. But I got obsessed with the game when all I could do was play the demo. Everything piqued my interest, from the art style and intro narration to the eerie state of Rapture and its inhabitants. One of the most memorable parts of that demo for me was when I went up to the first elevator and saw this woman crying over a stroller. Through her dialogue, you're led to believe that her baby had died.
Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast and feel your teeth? Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Only to reveal that the baby is cold because it's a gun, and she starts trying to shoot you, forcing you to kill her and take it.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
The game's opening hours do a perfect job of building the world and conveying the game's tone to the player. You really get a sense of horror and mystery as you walk around realizing that something terrible has happened here, and you most certainly are not alone.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
You play a man named Jack, who is the only survivor of a plane crash that just happened to land near the entrance to Rapture in the middle of the Atlantic. Rapture is an underwater city built by the eccentric Andrew Ryan as a place where the governmental laws, scientific morality, and artistic censors would not intervene with their societal progressions. Once you make your way down to the city, you are introduced via radio comms to Atlas, a person who has taken it upon himself to help you survive the onslaught of splicers, big daddies, and all of the other horrors that await you as you prepare to travel to the depths of Rapture, search for a way out, and try to find his missing family. Soon into the game, Atlas instructs you to shoot up a plasmid, which rewrites the genetic code of the user.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
Giving you the power to shoot lightning from your hand. From there, you learn that splicers are the residents of the once thriving Rapture, who got hooked on plasmids and kept splicing their DNA, resulting in their desperate and frantic state. There are two central characters that Bioshock has become famous for over the years, and story-wise, they are what kept Rapture running. They, of course, are the Little Sisters and the Big Daddies. Little Sisters can locate and harvest Adam, the substance that effectively makes a plasmid, by allowing human genes to be rewritten. The Big Daddies are the maintenance workers of Rapture, but they also serve as the Little Sisters' protectors on the streets of the city. When you see a little sister, a big daddy isn't too far behind, so you learn to tread carefully, and this is where the morality system of the game comes in. You can either choose to harvest the little sister, gaining tons of Adam and allowing you to beef up, or rescue the little sister, freeing her of her genetic modifications, but returning a lower amount of Adam. Depending on your choices, you'll either get the good ending or the bad ending. And because I'm not a heartless monster, I got the good ending. There are so many twists and turns this story takes that really left an impact on me.
A man chooses. A slave obeys.
A lot of what makes this game immersive are the audio logs you find as you're exploring the ruins of the city. These logs are basically the diaries recorded by the former citizens of Rapture that give the player a window into what their life in the underwater city was like, and they can be pretty haunting.
Another New Year's, another night alone. I'm out and you're stuck in Festus, working. Huh. Imagine my surprise. Oh, I guess I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diane McClintock, silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly enough. What happened? I'm bleeding. Oh God! What's happening?
The story, when I first played, kept me hooked through every step, and the final reveal at the end blew my mind. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who has somehow avoided the ending twist for 15 years, but the culmination of everything that happens in the game is just something that I didn't see coming at the time. The world of Rapture is haunting and beautiful. You can see the echoes of a once great and thriving city that has been completely overrun and destroyed. Each area is packed with details that let your mind wander, thinking about how this society looked and functioned before the fall. The best part about this game to me was being able to wander around and explore every nook and cranny. Everything is a feast to look at, and the music and sound design create the perfect atmosphere for a city resting at the bottom of the ocean. Bioshock is a first-person shooter with survival elements. You start the game with a wrench, but that quickly grows into a pretty decent arsenal of weapons. The main combat mechanic of the game revolves around the powers you get from all of the different plasmids you come across along your journey. Everything from electro bolt to incinerate, and even bees. Yes, bees.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees!
Well, okay, technically it's called Insect Swarm, and you summon hornets, but hey, tomato potato, and many more. Some of the most fun I've had with this game upon multiple playthroughs over the years has been to experiment with plasmids that didn't really catch my eye the first time around. On my first playthrough, I played it pretty safe, so going back and seeing everything the game had to offer was super fun. What I like the most about the plasmids in the game is that it really ties the overall gameplay to what's been going on in the world of Rapture. All the weird genetic modifications that they made, all the weird sort of murky moralities of what happens when you let scientists play God and do whatever they want, and you let artists basically do whatever they want, and you let surgeons do whatever they want, and you get some pretty crazy people. On top of that, the plasmids turns into their drug, and they're constantly changing and needing their next splice. That basically just shows you how society in Rapture deteriorated. After all these years, Rapture still hasn't lost its magic for me. Bioshock was my introduction into the style of game that came into being from the System Shock games. That really immersive sim kind of game. It kind of makes you feel that you're in the world there, you're living there, and you're in the situation yourself. You're not just playing a game. The System Shock games have always been on my backlog. I picked them up and put them down over the years, but never fully played them. I have played Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite multiple times over the years though, with Infinite being one of my all-time favorite games. And with the announcement of Ken Levine's first game since Bioshock Infinite, Judas, has me hyped for the series all over again. And I honestly hope that 2K makes a fourth Bioshock game. There have been some rumors, so we'll see what happens. I just think there's still so much potential left in the series, and I look forward to where it may go. So that was my history and story with the original Bioshock game and how it's kind of made me into the gamer I am today and formed my tastes. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you liked about the video. Let me know what you didn't like about the video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.